Down by the boardwalk, Cape, look out, boys on furrow, lay their wallets out. Sun on the water, girls in line, sipping on some that tastes divine. Rum and Nuka-Cola, dancing till the polar bears come home, the band plays low, sipping sweet and moving slow. Waves are humming and the jukebox plays, every swinging sailor sways. With a twist of line, they toast the sky and wink at gals walking by. Rum and Nuka-Cola, mixed down a Pensacola, cools you off and warms you through. Red, white, blue, and 60 proof too. Dresses, cherry lips, half the fellas blowing tips, and every dame from east to west knows Nuka-Cola pairs the best. Rum and Nuka-Cola, served on a Victrola, from Boston down to Old Key West. It's a drink that GIs like. Casdin, blowing tips, and every dame from east to west knows Nuka-Cola pairs the best. Rum and Nuka-Cola, served on a Victrola, from Boston down to Old Key West. It's a drink that GIs like.
Damn, get it, girl.
Rum and Nuka-Cola, served on a Victrola, from Boston down to Old Key West. Is the drink that GIs like best.
Damn, get it, girl.
Rum and Nuka-Cola, served on a Victrola.
And as always, the lovely sounds that serenade us in our streams are all the ones from Ronaldo Moon's Dreams. Rum and Nuka-Cola. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. We have returned. And I do believe it's time. Well, let's first do this. How's the levels on the old radio mod, radio tunes? Streamer friendly, of course. Not too loud? Can hear me over that, or perhaps you'd prefer to hear more Rum and Nuka-Cola and less Bubblonia. I wouldn't blame you a bit. It's a fun song. Hi, Raven. Hi, V. Welcome in, guys. Guys and gals. You know, the colloquial terminology. I'm kind of a California cowboy, so at any given moment I might call you dude or ma'am, or guys. Old habits die hard, I guess. I've got Heather, and I've got Preston Garvey. Preston looking best in his Minuteman Colonel's outfit. Colonel Preston Garvey, ladies and gentlemen. Good man, made even better by the Who's the General mod, which is a fantastic addition to anyone's load order, especially if you're going to play a Minuteman run like I'm doing in this particular stream series. But yeah, I think it's, we've had a Rum and Nuka-Cola, now maybe it's time for coffee and donuts? Because you know our Sim Settlements 2 settlements need their own coffee and donuts. Nothing gets the settlers up in the morning and keeps them working till night like coffee and donuts from Slocum's Joe. It's good stuff. It's good for you. I'm gonna go ahead and assume that the levels are good. Let's go over to Slocum's Joe and unlock that particular confection. Hey, Ron. Just talking about you, buddy. Hi, Arcane. Sorry you're still not feeling good, but thanks for coming by and saying hi, bud. I appreciate that. take good care of yourself and drink lots of water. No rum and Nuka-Cola, okay? Not tonight, anyway. Thank you, sir. You get some rest. So yeah, it's me, Heather, and Preston. Heading on over to Slocum's Joe. This one? Oh my goodness gracious. Ghost you like it don't exist. Yeah, I don't know if this is the right way to go. We might be a little bit underpowered for the old super mutant at the Medford Memorial Hospital routine, but if I could get a good shot on this jackass, we'd be doing all right. No ammo. That's rough, folks. We'll get it together. It'll be all right in a minute. Well, I ain't got much. Heather, you got my ammo?
Heads up.
You do. Thank you.
Yes?
Perfect. That'll help loads, right? We're making you want to play Fallout 4 again? I love it when a plan comes together, Mr. Gearsmith. No, these are vanilla, bud. I'm reformed from my old ways of running 500-600 mod load orders. This is a mere 50, built around, well, Tumbajamba's outfits, Degenerate Dak's weapons, Sim Settlements 2, Heather Casdin, keeping it simple. What good is it to play a playthrough of Fallout 4 if you can't see the end of Sim Settlements 3? Yeah, that was a pretty good shot. I'm not sure if I'm going to take credit for that or just call it dumb luck, but whichever way it went our way. Wait, somebody's shooting at me from way over there, he says. I agree, let's play. Oh, Nightingale was under fire. Good thing we shut up when we did.
I might be the only doctor for miles. Should let me take a look at you.
Is that Circe? You know what? I hurt all over.
Just hurt all over.
Okay. Walk me through your symptoms.
Well, you know what? I think it's the rats.
Too much radiation. I feel sick.
Sure. I can take care of that for you.
It's no lie, Raven. I started many a stream in 2024 and couldn't really make it past Chapter 2 of Sim Settlements 2 because I may know a couple of things after 5,000 hours of modding this stupid game. Well, this lovely game. It's actually my favorite game. But this silly game. But I don't know everything. And for some reason, I think it was just script lag. Too much BS going on competing with Sim Settlements 2. And I just kind of held up both of my hands and went, you know what?
All the rads are gone. Feels great.
I'm going to prioritize finishing what I want to finish
Anything
and playing
else,
what I
Rob?
want to play. So I'm running a much smaller, much tighter ship. Nope, I'm good.
That was it.
Stay safe out
You're
there.
the best. Thanks for hooking a fella up. I guess I better eat. Looks like I'm dying of the old starvations. That wasn't enough. Okay, we'll have a steak. There, still peckish? All right, now I'm properly fed. Did we ever find water? We kind of did. All right, good. Yeah, I'm not sure if I want to do all that. You know what I mean? Thanks, B. I've got some visual mods, but it's not my biggest focus, only because I'm in reading glasses at this point. Reading glasses after 44. Oh, getting chewed up here by an attack dog. I forgot about him. And I also use a 27-inch screen to play on, which I thought was a great idea, but turns out maybe not so much. And the reason why is because sitting as far as I do from the screen, it makes it hard to actually take everything in around the edges sometimes, especially when there's a lot of action going on. And what I found was I wasn't doing myself a heck of a lot of good with too much focusing on 4K this, textures, and that. I am, however, using, I'm not sure how you say it anymore. Brit Rack? Pack? I don't know. It's a famous collection of textures that you can superimpose over your data folder. And basically, you could run it as a mod, but you could also just copy the textures over and take over the original 15 textures. And that's what I choose to do. So it gives me a nice, somewhere between 1K and 2K on most textures. Makes everything look real pretty, real rundown, real thematic for the Fallout universe, but doesn't really tax my system any, which is nice. So.
We try to distract him with scrambled eggs, but he's skidded away on all fours and pegs. He's in the walls now having
Yeah, I could get it for you and send it to you. I see you're over on the Sim Settlements 2 Discord. So I could definitely send it off to you, but if you look for, if you Google it, it'll probably correct the spelling, but I think it's Brit Rack. It's been a year or two since I went through the whole process of downloading them and putting them together, but you basically generate these and then use them. I got the idea from Lively's mod pack, so I've been doing it for years now. And I keep a copy of all 15 of the files in a special folder on my D drive. And then whenever I reinstall Fallout 4, I just cut and paste them over into the data folder and it overwrites them. And you're good to go. I'll send you a link. And it's just nothing on your system specs, you know? I'm running a 4070, so it's relatively high-end. I'm not going to pretend it's a entry-level computer. But I know Lively was running it on a laptop for a while. It was fine. An older laptop, so. It doesn't take up a mod slot. You know, it's nice. So yeah, we've managed to get this creation unlocked, which is super cool.
Got it.
Because now we'll be able to build donut shops for our settlers in all of our settlements. And I'll definitely give you a tour of the one that I'm going to build at the drive-in. But I probably won't build it on the stream. Seems like that might be a theme for an even later night, even more chill stream. Excuse me, Heather. Heather, I need your help for a second. Heather.
Hey.
I'm going to need you to carry a few things for me. I want to treat you like a pack animal. You know I love you like a fat kid loves cake, but at the same time, yeah, this is bad. She's already loaded down from all the other crap that I gave her. At the same time, Heather, we need to make some room for all the new junk that we're going to get, so.
Hey.
Need something?
I do. Can I avail myself of your store?
Let's see what you have.
Here you go.
Sabernex is awesome too. Yeah, absolutely. Those run more like mods, obviously. And you can get like the whole gamut. I don't know, it's 14 or 15 of them. Fantastic. And they're definitely, I mean, I could definitely run them. This is just kind of a medium choice, since graphics isn't really the main focus of what I'm trying to do here. But definitely, you can't go wrong if you're already using Sabernex. You know, you got, as far as I'm concerned, some of the best, so. But I'll definitely send you a link to, it's a guide. It's on the Nexus, and you just have to spell it right. It's Brat Rack, or it's been a couple years since I did the full install. So unfortunately, I apologize if this ever gets around to the person that created that, because I definitely don't want to shortchange him on credit for that. But I don't exactly remember how it's said exactly. So I'll have to go with that for now, I think. Wait, hold on a second. Heather, do you have any more of your delicious concoctions? Oh, you do? Well, that's just incredible, because I am your favorite customer. You are definitely my favorite vendor. I don't really need your money, but that definitely took care of paying for my junk, so. Yeah, you might give it a try. You know, you can definitely just load them up in a folder in whatever mod organizer you're using, and then activate them, and they'll run as a mod. Put it at the tail end of your mods or whatever, and they'll run as a mod. That's what Lively did in his guide for, oh God, Lively, don't shoot me. His big pack for Fallout 4 is Wabbajack. And that's what he did. He put him in basically you load it up as if it was a mod there at the tail end. I just happened to cut and paste him over into my directory because I wasn't planning on running anything else. I wonder what Sabernex would look like on top of this, though. That would be pretty crazy, because it would definitely change some things, but not everything. So you'd have this as a base. Might be kind of fun. Might be fun to mess around with. Still dramatically overweight, Heather. What's going on? Definitely don't need any of this stuff.
He's got a little knife and a wicked grin. You let him in once and he'll stab again. They call him Stabbing Sammy from the south side.
Stabbing Sammy.
Skips a beat, stab you slow, stab you fast. And baby, once he's in, that thrill's gonna last. He was stabbing in the morning, stabbing late at night.
Give you all my meat that I haven't cooked yet, I guess. I'm down below 150, 160. I need to get some, my hunter on and, get some radstag and make some radstag. See, there's even more stuff here. I'm gonna have to leave it. Can't do it. Oh, look at this. Anyone want a cup of coffee while I'm here? Oh, yeah. A little cup of coffee for you.
Well, Miss Lucille said, Lord, I need a rest, but she let him stab her clean through a Sunday dress. And Miss Jolene tried to lock her door, but he stabbed.
Feel that caffeine in your veins. All right. All right, so much for that little diversion. We shall adjourn and go find those super mutants that, old Jake told us about, where we might be able to get some more of those ASAMs over here in West Everett Estates, because we definitely could use more ASAMs. There's no point in a Sim Settlements 2 run where you feel like you got enough of those things, at least not until you can manufacture them yourself. And I am not there yet.
If you're lucky when he stabs you twice, you see the stars and forget your life. So if you see a shadow with a switchblade smile, better fix your hair and wait a while. Sammy's coming and he's feeling bold. And baby, that
Rob may be in or out.
gets old.
I'll give you the short version of that. The mod's called rAIdio, and it's on the Nexus by Ronaldo Moon, same name. He composes all of those. So, ASAMs. ASAMs, eh? Like, they said you would help us. How's that guy talk? He's great. What is his name? Oh my God. He's in chapter 1. We're gonna run into him soon. and his grouchy ghoul friend who doesn't trust anybody. But yeah, Ronaldo Moon composes all of these. He comes up with lyrical ideas, sometimes writes the whole lyric, sometimes uses GPT of one form or another, I think, to help him flesh it out. It knows him well, so it knows what he's trying to do with which games he's doing it for. And then he goes through and he uses a program called Suno. And he completely... Well, it's where he blows all of his extra money. Hubert! Hubert, eh? Take off, you hoser! I love Hubert. He's great. But anyway, so they're all Ronaldo Moon compositions through Suno. And they're all thematic to whatever game, but his big thing is obviously Fallout 4. And the mod is called rAIdio, rAIdio. My mod of the month for the month of June. I know, I'm easy to please. What can I say? I get to have Fallout music in my Fallout again. Which I could do if I'm not streaming it, but like if I'm streaming it, I'm screwed, you know? But not anymore.
Come closer. I crush you and feed you to dogs.
Nice hat, bro.
Easy now. I don't want any trouble.
Come any closer, and Scout smash you. Go away.
That sound, what is it?
That sound! What is it?
Quiet, Hammer. I talk for us. This super mutant land human.
I love this guy. Sickle's the best.
Why you come?
Jeremy!
Speak.
Hey, buddy, how you doing? Thanks for coming in and saying hi. That's awesome. Good to see ya. You, don't want to look around. Fuck you. That's pretty rude. Like, the leader of the Minutemen would never say that. Come on. Just looking for something, actually.
Just looking for something.
What looking for?
What do you know about this device?
Oh, now Sickles.
I think at this point I almost need to just get the silent protagonist mod. Because I always want to read the lines, or my version of the lines, and then Nate comes in and steps all over my toes. What's up with that? You know what? What if I made it worth your while? If I gave you something?
What if I made it worth your while?
You want some blinkies? You trade, human. You do work for Sickles. Maybe give you some.
Damn right, fair and square. All right, I'll help.
Okay, I'll help you.
Yes.
You gotta understand, I just woke up from a bolt. Sam Assam Blinkies. Oh my god.
Take it.
We just need a box of Assam Blinkies for our settlement, eh? Play a little Starfield? Nice, nice, nice. I got my Starfield all up and running now. Thank God. Nail Make Bear Friend by Big Car Brother. Wow. Alright. Well, as it happens, I have absolutely no idea what that means.
What's slow?
Me being this guy right here. Me, the player, of course, knows exactly where it is and how we might be able to stumble upon it a little something down the road here in a couple of minutes. See what's going on with poor Nail's little brother. Or poor Hammer's little brother. Excuse me. We're looking for Nail. What would Nail's little brother be? Tack? Nice. Nice. Well, you got a great voice. So when you do Starfield, you're basically doing it in your voice, which is perfect. So, but yeah, in Fallout 4, you do have the voices, and I love, you know, Courtney and what was his name? The guy. Whenever I play Fallout 4, I always go back and forth between a male character and a female character every single time. It's like a ritual, you know. So I've played it both ways. It's awesome. For some reason, Nate always turns into like a cowboy paladin. Not literally, because he doesn't usually join the Brotherhood, but I have done it. Courtney, while always being awesome, pretty much dates everyone. Man, woman, robot, synth, Heather, makes no difference. She loves everybody. Not sure what that says about me as a human. I'm probably terrible. But that's the fun way to do it. You can't decide, you know. Hancock, Preston, Piper. How do you decide? They're all so great. Bye. Thanks for hooking me up. You're the best. I hope I meet a lot more people like you in the future. Like over by Diamond City, even. It's good to have options, that's right. Just keeping our options open. I don't always do that, of course. I don't always get every companion. I've literally done playthroughs of Fallout 4 where I just beelined it straight for a particular ending. But yeah, it always seems like Courtney's more friendly. Or Nora, in this case. I usually make up different names for the playthroughs, but still. Like, Nate is Rock Action this time, but you know. It's just good to hear Codsworth say, Mr. Rock!
I walk down Main with a nickel in hand.
And I've definitely played Nate, the Manho, the F-Boy. In fact, I think I have a mod, not really a mod, but a save up on the Nexus, which has all 26 of the Commonwealth settlements unlocked and ready to go for Sim Settlements 2. Totally vanilla. And it's a Nate run, like level 24. Max Preston, Max Piper, Max Codsworth, but just basically the settlement run with no main quest. Or at least as far up as I had to go to get Piper. And I often use it when I'm testing new mods because I can just yank it down off the Nexus and plug it into any load order because it's completely, you know, over a long 4-day weekend and an extra day off from work, and I just sat there and grinded it out so that I'd always have a save that I could use to drop in and test new mods with that wasn't like right out of the vault. Can't afford a comb, so I sweep with a brush. Alright, we keep coming here, and I keep remembering afterwards that I've already been here. Is it part of every playthrough? Right on. Nothing wrong with that. That's legit. That's how you know you're dealing with a Fallout 4 Pro. And I mean that, because I hold myself to very high standards with this game. I always play on survival. I don't tell other people how to play their games, but I love not being able to fast travel. That's why Ron's radio mod is so important to me. You know? I get to have like legitimate Fallout 4 period lore friendly-ish music without worrying about getting dinged by the old copyright gods. That's totally fair. I went through a period where I was testing a lot of mods, and I was, you know, like beta testing, like I did with Watchtower. And a lot of them were story-based mods, you know. And so I did a lot of playthroughs where I was just going as like one thing, you know, because I had already done like a playthrough up to level 200 something, and got every companion, every max affinity on everyone. You know, the whole bit. But, you know what I mean? I'm not religious about it. Like, I don't think everybody should play exactly the same way. I think it's cool when people, like, love to fast travel and stuff in Bethesda games. In this particular game, I love to avoid it. I love knowing all the back trails and paths, and it's almost like when I think of the town I grew up in, or the city I grew up in, the part of the city I grew up in, I can picture it all in my head, like in 3 dimensions, you know what I mean? And the Commonwealth is the same way. It's almost taken on that level of familiarity where it might as well be a real place that I've lived. So. You like not using fast travel too? Sit down. See, Ron, you're back. Now you can see the trick that I used to get some of those really good aim shots. I call it lazy bats. You can do it even if you only have a 1 in agility. All you need to do is just click your bats, zoom it all the way in, unclick it, fire. I mean, I was at maximum range, so I didn't kill it, but I did hit it. And obviously, with the nuke, that was more luck than anything else, because literally he was walking when I shot, so I had to actually follow him with the barrel of the gun. But muscle memory is a hell of a thing, my friends. Damn it, man! Damn it, Preston, you have no idea how continuously loaded down I am. What is the story with this? This is outrageous. I need help. I've been afflicted. I've been afflicted with the lootitis, and I can't stop looting. It's a Bethesda game, and I'm just always super cucumbered. It's ridiculous. What's wrong with me? Is it here, or is it here? There it is. Drop that sucker down. All right, let's get down here. Hey, Heather, you know what? Before I do this, pick up the workbench again. Heather, come here.
Hey.
Give me back the food that I gave you that was not cooked yet. Thank ya.
What's up?
Then we'll drop that universal workbench once more. Go down to the cooking menu. Give ourselves a little bit of a buffer here, because this is kind of starting to get a little crazy. That's cool though too, right, Raven? I mean, like, you know, the ability to like get lost in a game you know that well is a gift, you know? You're fine, Jeremy. Don't worry about it, man. I know you know a lot less about Fallout than you know about Starfield anyway, so thanks for coming by on nights that I'm not doing Starfield. I appreciate it. It's awesome. Sorting is easy. Inventory management in Bethesda games, right? The subject for a thesis for you. Alright. Go ahead and pick that up. Then we can eat some of that good old real rats. Oh, I had some. What an idiot I am. Check that out. I got 2 level ups, guys. Alright, so this character started out fairly basic. 3 in perception, 4 in strength, 1 in endurance. Big old 7 in charisma. 7 in intelligence. I think I started with a 6, put my point in it in Sanctuary. Agility, luck. Really only wanted it for these 2 things right now, not trying to do a luck-based character. Raven, that's funny. I love it. I'm a talker. I like talking. Lady Killer is... The reverse of that is fantastic when you're doing a Nora character. It's fine when you're doing a Nate character, but it's nowhere near as good. No, we got Preston. We're doing companions. We have a high charisma. I don't know where the hell my dog went. Scrapper would be good to have. Go ahead and take Scrapper. And... you know what? Chemist. Because somebody's got to keep Wolfgang supplied, right? Yeah, luck is... I do luck builds. I've done them before. I think my last Nora playthrough was like pure agility, pure luck. And like Gunslinger, you know? And they're awesome, but I didn't want to rely on bats like that on this character. I wanted to do a Minuteman character that kind of specialized in using more Minutemen-like weaponry. This doesn't hardly qualify, but I haven't got to the point where I can unlock any of Dak's new stuff yet, so it's gonna have to do. Down you go. Yes, I saw the hunting carbine. I'm loath to put it in this particular run, though, Ron, and you know why. I do not like to change my load order once I get a run going. It's an old superstition of mine. Can be done. Sometimes it doesn't matter at all. You can get around it by installing manually sometimes, which is totally fine. But I want it. It's on my list. It's just not on my list for this particular run. But I do have like 12 Degenerate Dak mods, so we'll be alright. It'll be fine, trust me. We just won't have that new hunting carbine yet. Oh, I missed, or simply didn't do any damage whatsoever, which are both equally terrifying. You know what? I got a free crit though. Let's see what it does. Okay, respectable. Respectable. Yeah, no, you're not wrong, Rat. You're not wrong at all. In New Vegas, luck is not a function of that, and therefore luck builds are much more intuitive. They feel better. You can do a mod for that in Fallout 4, where you can have crits happen outside of bats. I don't happen to have that one up now. It's one of the casualties of not running a 500 or 600 mod load order this time around. But I wasn't going to do a luck build anyway, so it didn't matter. Oh no, you're not wrong, Raven. It's just a little bit of a superstition I have, and I'll do it. I'm just not going to do it for a weapon mod when I haven't even discovered the 12 weapon mods that I have in here already that are all like handpicked for lore friendliness and a Minuteman run, and you know what I mean? But I wish that I would have had that in here because it would have been perfect. And I may end up adding it. We'll see. Creepy things. I hate you. I hate you. Alright, guys. You're gonna get it. Sure does, doesn't it? I can't believe I hit that with that little berm on that hill there. That wasn't gonna work at all.
I grabbed some snacks for us. Here's yours.
It's true, Rad. But they're all Degenerate Daks, so they all kind of complement one another. And honestly, some of them are going to be like 38 or even 22 caliber guns. I'm probably outgrown from them already at level 10 or 12, wherever I'm at. So some of them I'll just get and collect, put up in a display in the gas station. But there's a couple in there that I really want to try that I haven't played yet. So. And then the Institute is outfitted with a bunch of space age, New Vegas style, you know, that kind of look on the laser and plasma weaponry. So I can't wait to run into Sense and see that. That'll be fun. And of course I can pick those up as well. Get that Buck Rogers kind of thing going.
And the phone went dead. I screamed I'm fine while I hid under the bed. Panic.
Panic! Heather, somehow I know it's crazy, but I'm already carrying too much. How does this happen? I need to sink some points into strength. This is just... There's something deeply, deeply wrong with me. I sweat too much. I flinch when someone says, here, have a bunch of these and make some cool stuff out of it. At your workstation the next time you're there. Right.
What's up?
I'm not gonna loot anything, you guys. Don't let me loot. Oh god, that's funny. That's what Arcane Gearsmith just said like 20 minutes ago, Ghost. He was like, you guys are gonna get me back into Fallout 4 to spite myself, or something like that. He wasn't really mad, you know. He was just being funny. Not shooting it. I don't need it. It's against the law to shoot it if I don't need the meat. I need to cool my jets. Wait, I didn't get nail. Where is my nail? My nail. There he is. Poor nail. You know what? If you would have said if you said a message before that one, Ghost, attempting to get you back into Fallout 4 thing, I missed it. I apologize. Oh my god, it's a 50 caliber sniper rifle, you guys. I have to loot this. Oh, I'm gonna give it to Heather. I'm cheating. Heather.
Hey.
I want you to have this because you already have the ammunition for it. What do you think?
Yes?
Hey.
That's something you might be able to use. How about this?
Yes?
Yeah, there you go. Now you're cooking with gas. All right. Let's get back to the settlement and sleep and save our game, but also put away all the things we don't need because, well, let's be honest, this encumbered thing it's getting a little played out at this point. Come on, guys, keep up. I ain't running that fast. I even had my weapon out. Mr. Thorgan Ironside, how are you tonight, sir? Got the workers working, taking a little moment for yourself. It's good to see you, buddy. You and Ghost, I love it. Arcane was in here earlier, but he's still not feeling very good, so he just said kind of hi and said he'd watch later. Completely understandable. Yeah, we're running from the rads, folks. Although I am a scientist, something of a scientist myself, actually. So I'm gonna make myself one of those radiation arches, so I don't have to worry about it too much. Put it over here at the drive-in. Still, those rads will get you. Kind of funny, actually. I was playing Dune a couple mornings ago, just trying to farm some stuff so I can make some gear for the guildies. And the new Tier 4 zone that I'm in is a full-on radiation zone that I gotta wear a radiation suit and I can only go into it for a certain amount of minutes before I keel over. And I'm like, I thought I only did this when I played Fallout. What's happening? Why is this happening? There you go. Even in Dune, they got the rads. You gotta run. Dun, da, 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 da.
Don't need no preacher, don't need no prayer, just a pedal, a pistol, and nuclear flare. If the end's coming, we'll meet it loud. Front seat smooch with a radio cloud. We're running from the rats, and the sky's gone red. Tailpipe blowing, but we ain't dead. Scars on our hearts and dust in our teeth, but love and gasoline burn beneath. All out rain gonna wash this world, but I got my baby with her hair still.
I love it. Ronaldo Moon, you knock me out with this music every time, buddy. The risk of blowing a little too much smoke up there. I'm damn glad you made this mod, sir. Leave you with that. Leave you with those. No, we'll leave you with those.
Yes?
Preston's over there like straight bitching. You gotta drop some of that stuff. You're like getting weighed down. Easy, Preston. I'm working on it.
So don't you cry when the sirens call. That's just Jesus taking off. Just hold your hands and start to pray. We're going home the fire way. Smile when you hear those missiles sing. Glory, glory, glory. He's riding down on the thermonuclear.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Ain't
You're a sick man, Ronaldo Moon. And I'm vibing with it right now. I haven't heard this one since you made it. Oh my god. No more taxes. Well, there's the bright side. There's a big war, and all the high mucky mucks in their suits with their supercuts got together and decided to nuke the whole damn world. There was also a downside. Gonna need those uniforms. Because you know, some of these settlers are going to want to stop working those fields and tearing apart that scrap, and they're going to want to get in there and make donuts and coffee for the old Bubbles and crew. I mostly use the city plans, although I do my own buildings, and I generally have one city that I do all myself. But yeah, that's why I use Sim Settlements too, is so that I can have the fun of going off and doing all the adventures, but especially with Sim Settlements 2 and, you know, the base game, there's so much to do. It could take 150 hours just to do the quests. And that's not including things like maxing faction with every, you know, companion and stuff. So, it was what made me fall in love with Sim Settlements in the first place, way back in Sim Settlements 1, was the idea that the settlers would do that stuff, because it never made any sense to me. You know, you'd go to Sanctuary after rescuing the Concord 5, and first thing Preston would say is, hey, you know, can you help out, you know, with some stuff around here? And you go over there, and they can't make their own beds. I have no doubt they can't make a bed. They can't dig their own well for water. They're just completely and utterly dependent on you in every way, and it isn't just grating; it ruins the personality of the companions, and kind of strips you of your ability to kind of role play with it even casually, like I do. In my opinion, now other people think whatever they want, but it made me hate characters in the game that I had no reason to hate, but it was the game that made them irritating, because the game on purpose made them stupid to make me feel special. And I didn't feel special when I recruited a bunch of settlers to Sanctuary or the drive-in or whatever, and it turned out none of them knew how to dig a well for water, or weren't even trainable. In this, they're trainable, so it is definitely my preference. But I do keep one back for myself, and even though this is being built by Sim Settlements 2, once it's at level 3, I will find a spot over by the screen, and I'm going to make a big, beautiful Slocum's Joe donut shop with a Starbucks included. And you'll be able to get fresh, hot donuts whenever you want, as well as hot coffee. So it'll all work out. I don't think I have a bed here, and the danger of putting one here before it turns level 3 is that it's going to screw something up. You know what? Before I lay down on a mattress on the floor, I'm definitely going to take one of Heather's beverages du jour. Cures illness. No, we want to resist infection and parasites. Look at that. 665, folks. That's how much Heather thinks of me as a friend right now. I'm the neighbor of the beast. I'm only going to get 5 on this because it's a mattress. I'm not sure if the Sim Settlements houses work that way or not. Doesn't matter. I feel rested and I didn't wake up with a disease. I'm going to call that a win. Donuts, Slocum Joe. That's an in-universe, real-life thing in the Fallout universe. Slocum's Joe. Slocum's Joe. Only heard the jingle once or twice, but it's damn good. Okay, so we've got our game saved. We got the Slocum's Joe donuts, uniforms, donut mix. Of course, we got to build it for him still, but we'll get to that. Investigate the moons over, or the roads west of Grey Garden. Not some flying saucer stuff. We don't want to do that. We got to report back to Hammer and let him know what happened to Nail. Because Jake's going to be calling us soon. He's going to want to meet. I would prefer to have gotten that done before Jake calls, because it just seems to lose its continuity and sense of immersion for me if I don't. So. But that reminds me, Ghost Rider, I need to... There's a guy right there. I need to download Ghost Hold the Block mod. And I guess that means I might as well grab that new Hunter Carbine, too, if I'm going to put the Hold the Block in an existing load order and break my rule.
You wish you could train everywhere instead of having to walk.
Yes, I wish we could ride a train everywhere. That would be badass. Fun fact, in Winter of Adam, which is a big campaign-length tabletop adventure for the Fallout 2D20 system, canonically, the year before Fallout 4 takes place, there were trains that operated in the Commonwealth. But the last one was jacked by raiders about 6 months before your character comes up out of the vault. Outshine the logical, folks. Just tap dance around that old logic. You don't need it. Not in the Fallout universe, anyway. Not going to do us a bit of good. I'll take those bobby pins. And aluminum cans. I think Dorgan was looking for aluminum just the other day on his stream. This one's for you, buddy. Yeah, I'm not running a melee character at all, but he will definitely have a melee alternate weapon. I've got the, I think we went over and got, did we? Or we did not. That knee breaker wrench from the Raiders over at, oh my god, I'm drawing a blank, you guys. What is the name of that freaking lake over by Sunshine? Walden Pond. The Raider camp over at Walden Pond. There's a wrench that you get there that is just an early game favorite, and it has the knee breaker effect. But I figure a good Minuteman got to be adept with rifles, but also with Shim Drown's sword, because that just seems to be a Minuteman-y kind of thing. So might as well get that mod, because I'm going to be doing a lot of blocking. Yeah, that wasn't the best change that they came up with for Fallout 4, was it, Ghost? It was better in 3 in New Vegas. Just hold the block. I think with the new shooting mechanics, they wanted it to feel more, I'm not going to say Souls-like, but you know what I mean? They wanted it to be more action combat. And I'm not sure that was the right choice for melee blocks, to be honest with you. Because I watched Thorgan do a mod review of your mod, and looked tons better. So I got to get that downloaded. His hind shoes, Ron. Oh, look, it's mutated fern. I need like 20 of those. Is there another one? There is. There is. Hey, Heather.
Hey.
Yes? Need something?
Can we chat?
Can we chat?
I'd like that.
What's on your mind?
I have a couple of presents for you. and I'm increasing your discount again. I
Aww.
hate charging you, but I need to stay in business. You know, it feels like we've been together forever. Struck gold the day you agreed to travel with me. I love being with you.
Oh, damn. Well, I couldn't agree more. Like, I can't think of anyone, other than my homeboy Preston, maybe, that I'd rather have by my side.
Couldn't agree more. Can't think of anyone I'd rather have at my side.
Like to hear that.
What's on your mind?
What was life like before the war? Were you happy then? I hear the donuts were to die for.
Funny you mentioned the donuts, because we're going to build a donut shop for these people.
I had a beautiful house, white picket fence, and a lawn with the greenest grass you'd ever seen. It was peaceful.
Sounds amazing. Think you could ever be happy here?
Maybe. Why do you ask?
I care about you. I'd like to see you happy.
Aww. His horse was shoot. It's perfect. No pun intended. Your thoughts?
Your thoughts?
Walked into a subway station this one time, right? It's chaos. Raiders shouting, bullets flying, Molotovs exploding everywhere. I'm like, fuck, what's down there, a death claw? It was rad roaches. They were losing their fucking minds over a pack of rad roaches.
That's Raiders for you. That's Raiders for you.
That's all.
They're chumps. All of them. Can't stand Raiders.
Just say the word and I won't delay. Blind but loyal is the American way. I'd cut off my foot for the land I love. Send it floating up to the stars above. I'd snap my fingers off one by one just to fun.
Ron, where the hell do you get the inspiration for a song like this? What is wrong with you? I'm not judging. I love whatever's wrong with you, but like, where the hell does that come from? Oh, we're boned. We're boned. We're totally boned. I know, I see it, but it's like not targeting correctly.
Ow, that burns.
Oh, did I shoot Heather? Whoops. Sorry.
You son of a bitch.
You get like 10 of these things at once and it's chaos. It's anarchy. Chase him down, boys. You'd shoot off your own kneecap for Uncle Sam, but would you shoot a blood bug? Even though it's Tuesday and Daddy's in jail? It's a hell of a stance you got going there, Preston. Trying to pop your back? I do that too. Get my shoulder back in place after a tough fight like that. Alright, I think we've accomplished what we came here for, with a large amount of chickening out on my part. Some help from whoever this is. Hi. Are you the mailman? No, I'm the delivery boy. Oh, wrong Fallout game. Sorry. No, it's perfect. It's perfect. You're right. It was ridiculous, and like right up there with like those war propaganda posters, which Fallout did a terrific job of lampooning as well. These walls have ears. There are communists everywhere. Difficult for a lot of people to believe, but there was a time, during my grandparents' time anyway, when that was the reality that they lived under, and for the most part, I'm sure, wholeheartedly believed in. So we ain't all that much better. But I shan't speak on those subjects. This is Fallout. We're all here to have a good time. So. I saw a video the other day that was all who would win, the SS or the Courier. Didn't watch because the answer is fucking obvious. Yeah, I'm not going to get into a big fight with you over it. I could see the merits of both sides of that one, but that's one of those dude arguments. It's like, who would win, Batman or Superman? Okay. The Punisher or the Flash? Preston, be cool, man.
Huh? Stuck with no nail? What? Did he make his own tribe? Huh? He think he killed Sickle?
I mean, he's dead.
I'm sorry. He's dead.
You also hate
I'm
clickbait
not
titles.
happy.
You're funny.
His Sam's maybe not lucky. Human can take.
Ron's like, wait, there's a counter argument?
Brother!
You serious?
No! Nail was stupid. Hammer is stupid. Sickle not surprised. What you say? Nail weak like stupid hammer. You killed my brother!
Damn it. Another fight, another win.
Seems kind of wasteful to use a scope in these close quarters, but
Ah! Sickle best super mutant. Smartest
Sickle, best super mutant,
Oh,
smartest super
Human
mutant.
can take Hammer's old job. Human make good super mutant.
I love Sickle. Whoever did this voice is the king. Does this mean I'm one of you now?
Does this mean I'm one of you now?
Yes! One of us! Human, welcome here. Want more ASAM blinkies? You come talk with Sickle again, human.
The greenies are reds. Yeah, it's Hammer and Sickle. You picked up on that one, all right? And we went looking for Nail. Nail's dead. We had to come back and give Sickle the bad news. I don't have any rads. But you know what? I can always use a little carry weight. Oh, grilled. Grilled rad stag. What am I looking for? Rad stag. Give me a break. No joy? I better drink while I'm here, otherwise I'm going to be all a kilter. Or off kilter. One of those. However that works. Seems like a Fallout word, off kilter. Hey, before I go, tell me about it.
Sickle chalk. Human
Chalk?
chalk.
Chalk? What do you want, chalk?
ASAM blinkies.
Oh, you give me more ASAM blinkies if I bring you chalk? Oh, what do you need it for?
What do you need it for?
Come close, human. Sickle tell humans.
My job is so
Don't
rude.
here make Sickle feel bad. Sickle ain't chalk.
He almost made me spit a perfectly good soda through my nostrils, Dorgan. I appreciate that. That review was fantastic. What are you talking about? You showed that off and it was funny? Oh, it was perfect, dude. You know what? I don't have any right now. But I will definitely keep all the chalk I find and bring it back to you, buddy.
Not right now.
Because I'm not a racist piece of shit, and I love greenskins as long as they're friendly. I think it's mean to be mean to super mutants. Even you, Scout. Hey, Scout. You wanna move? I'm saying nice things about you, and you're blocking my door like a dumbass. Alright, so what have we accomplished? We got donuts and all the fixings for the team over at the drive-in. I gotta build that for him, of course. There's probably a building plan somewhere in Sim Settlements that I could get that would build me a donut shop. But that's the fun of it, building your own donut shop, putting up your own posters. You know, make it, if you do it right, you can stick all the video game cabinets in there. It's a beautiful thing. Chef's kiss. Well, I just love it that y'all come by here to spend a little bit of time in your evening playing Fallout 4 with me. That is just the best. Me and my closest friends here, Heather Casdin, the adorable,
We've got incoming.
and Preston Garvey, the noble and worthy. Please don't shoot, Heather. Thank you. Yikes, I was like, oh my god, it's moving just enough, it's gonna shoot her right in the hip. I'm gonna feel like a total piece of shit.
I say they're shy. They're crying tears. Just ask my tie. And though the way
So that has been accomplished. What is next? We've already been to Diamond City, and we owe Piper an interview. Following the Freedom Trail just seems like, why push our luck and skip around like that when we don't really have to? Yeah, a bunch of creations. Some of my favorite creations. Tunnel snakes do rule. They totally rule. The mod got a little sketchy and sometimes blew up Codsworth's dialogue at the beginning of the game. But all those things are fixed now. It's all good. We're fine. Everything's fine here. Nothing to worry about at all. I think technically Sturgis is waiting for us to come and build beds for him. If we were to go by the drive-thru, we could pick up some ASAM blinkies, or ASAM blinkies, and take them there, and then just put 5 houses up and let them figure it all out themselves. Probably the way to do it. I don't want to think ill of poor Sturgis just because the game deliberately wrote him to be too dumb to make a bed for himself. Ghost says he's going to record some clips for the 1-year video and you'll still be in the background. Are you talking about for Xenomaster? You'll be in all the chats. I love it. I love it. Yep, we're not going over there yet. That's a weird place, as Heather puts it. Yep, we're gonna stop by and get some awesome blinkies, take them over to Sturgis, and then I guess we're gonna get on with a little bit of the main quest if we haven't heard from Jake. Hopefully we hear from Jake, and then we can just handle that there in town while we're there. Nice. 1-year anniversary. That is so cool, man. And you got like a whole community and stuff for it. Xenomaster is the shit. And I got myself a Terramorph named Ghost. Makes me kind of sad because I got to get Spooter back out. So I got to figure out how to have one is a favorite and one is a not favorite, I guess. So I can have them both out at the same time. Because I love my little Spooter. Adorable.
Said a man should own the work he makes. I near stood up to give him shakes. He don't curse God and he don't smoke, but he says the rich are in on the joke. He said we built this town with calloused hands. Clap so loud they changed the band.
Damn you, Communist Jim.
Quiet tone and your discipline. He said the railroads ought to serve.
Fucking love this song.
By God, you said that proud. I saluted the flag and tipped my brim. Damn you, Communist Jim.
Hilarious how this is probably more of a punk rock song than anything a punk rock band put out last year. Oh my god, I'm getting shot up by Sense. Heather, this is your cue. I know you hate these guys. I don't even know why you hate these guys. They seem like dicks, but still, I don't want to get killed. Ah! In my face! Oh my god, Spooter was a first-class pain in the ass to get, for sure. But once I got him, it opened up the floodgates, you know, Ghost? It really did. Next thing you know, I got a Terramore. I had to do a little work to make that happen, but I do not know why, but somehow, and thank God, by the way, the game doesn't reload all the way back to my last bed the first time I die on survival. And I don't have saves and quick saves, and I don't have the ability to fast travel. So it's fixing all the things that are important to me. Yeah, no fast travel. But it's actually giving me like a quick save, a more recent quick save often if I die. It's a little disorientating at first, but yeah, whatever. I'm not going to complain. I think it might be unlimited survival options, just kind of on a default mode. Because I've got it in the background in case I'm streaming and there's a dog emergency or whatever. I can actually request and then get a one-time hard save so that I don't lose progress for some stupid reason. Like dying is a perfectly acceptable reason to lose progress in survival, right guys? I mean, that's normal. That's quite posh. But like if, you know, there's a dog emergency or something, I don't want to lose a save over that because that would just eat at the back of my mind. So I've got unlimited survival options, but I haven't made any changes. So I'm wondering if it's that. And there's just kind of a default, like, quick save or auto save feature when you go in and out of a low door. Because that's clearly on the outside of that basement door there, so. Yeah, well, unfortunately, you don't see that one coming usually, right? I mean, that's, you know, and that could be funny too. It can even be funny when you lose a couple hours of progress. You know, obviously you don't want to do that on purpose, you know, because that can be kind of poor shit, but sometimes it works out for the best, like with Thorgan's stream today. You know, he loses a couple hours of progress. That wasn't because of survival, but that was because he hadn't saved in a while, but same story, right? So sometimes it's for the best when you lose a couple hours, because then you can kind of come at things from a different way, and it makes for a better story and a more interesting kind of through line through the playthrough. Yeah, I've definitely got the console turned on, and not because I want to cheat with it, you know. I'm not above it, by the way. I'm the first one to tell you in my current Starfield run, when I reassembled that save from the broken pieces of running Shattered Space last year, I put him through the Unity using a mod that clicked the Unity off right in the middle of what I was doing. I gave him money so he could buy starships. You know, I basically brought him back to where he would be at before he went through Shattered Space, so that I could, You're still alive, buddy! You're hardly ever still alive when I run into you. Brad! I hope you make it, dude. I hope you make it, man. Because so many times I just found you laying dead face down in a road somewhere. But yeah, I'm not above it. I just, on this character, he's a pure survival run, Minuteman. It's just a little, like, self-limitation, a little challenge that makes the roleplay fun. You know, and my version of roleplay is literally talking to the characters as if I'm actually there, so it's not hardcore or anything, but... Whereas on the Starfield save, I was a lot more interested in showing off Watchtower with a high-level character and Xenomaster. So I didn't really care whether or not the spaceships I bought, I earned this run. I got 23 unities. Like, I've earned it. I've earned it. Nothing to prove to nobody, right? Dude, you just knock some shit over and you didn't even take it and dump it.
That place is nothing but trouble.
You know it's nothing but trouble? People who litter and don't pick up after themselves. Like, I'm not a stickler. I don't care if you put posters up with, like, MCR on it or whatever, dude, but come on, man. Pick this shit up.
I hope you realize how much you did for me.
I hope you realize how much shit's laying down that you can just pick up and throw away. Bastard. Communist gem. Works being especially annoying. Missing too much stream time. Oh my god. I hate when that happens. That's the worst. And I definitely know that feeling from, like, real life, so... if it's any consolation to y'all, we super miss you when you're not here. And I mean that. From the heart. I know, poor Thorgan's like the other one having to work right now. This particular moment. At least who's disclosed that that's what they're doing, right? No, seriously, dude. I love that you're here. You gotta work. That's how you pay your bills. I'll tell you what, every time you pop back in, I'm going to take that as a lucky charm, and I'm going to use it to do something crazy and fun.
Yeah?
Whether I just made a save recently or not. Although I am not above utilizing that door trick that I just spoke about, now that I thought of it. I have a theory that that might be what's happening. Not above it. I thought you were going to have somebody field dress this thing. Oh my god, did we really just run right by there and not pick up any ASAMs? We are so dumb. And we already stole every ASAM in this place. Oh. What an asshole I've become. This is terrible. Oh, bear with me, folks. I gotta make a quick jog back over to the movie theater for a second and grab some ASAMs, because they're all stashed in the box over here. And I think Preston and the gang are gonna need a box of them in Sanctuary for sure. Yeah, man, I want to see Xenomaster grow. I think it's personally the greatest interaction in modding that I've had this year in Bethesda modding is watching Xenos in Thorgan's stream solo Watchtower AI drones. There's just something about that image that brings a smile to me. I can't quite explain it. I don't know why that is, especially considering how tough fleets of Watchtower ships can be in space. Watching Thorgan's Xenos solo Watchtower AI drones, or mechs, AI mechs, is just the best interaction in modding that I've seen so far in 2025. Not intentional, obviously, but damn, it sure is nice. So that's 6. Do I have a box of them somewhere? I do. I don't need to bring them all, because then I'll be confused. So we will bring, instead, we'll bring 2. That'll work. Okay. One more time, with feeling.
I swear to God, the first time I saw Thorgan solo the Watchtower mechs with his bird, whatever that bird is, and he probably had the other one out too, but the bird is what I remember. Just flew up in that AI mech's face, and they did a little kerfluffle, and I think Thorgan was repositioning for a good shot, and down that mech went. I was just like, jumped up out of my chair, and I was like, yeah! There you go, that'll teach it. Son of a bitch in mech. And I love the mechs, but I gotta make fun of them a little bit because they hurt my feelings and my ego. Because I think I threw 5 grenades at him one night and didn't get a single airdrop onto the mech itself because I was just so off on my throws. It was terrible. It was bruised. My soul.
I swear that Astro knew it wasn't there a sip ago. It used to
Come on, who amongst us hasn't been there before when we swear to God that ashtray wasn't there a second ago?
And that lamp don't play dumb. You blinked at me at 2:30. You're not a light. You're in cahoots with the autumn in that
Right?
bottle of vermouth. The couches smile
Yeah, I'm not saying it was like a newbie
with that
Xeno even. It was one of his favorites or his alternate, whatever you call that. I can't remember. I'm not looking at the mod right now. But it was his flying bird.
I saw the curtain twist.
Hey, Arcane. Have a good night, man. I hope you feel better.
The shag rug whispered, "You're not well," as the bar stool rolled its eye. So I poured a drink.
Neat. What are you doing over here, buddy?
Hey.
Cheers to you, old friend.
Come on, it's time to go.
Boy. It's time to go.
Oh, that's right. I can't bring him both. Okay, for now, Preston, go to Sanctuary. It's just right over there. I'll be there in a second.
Don't
All right, Meat. I got you, bud. You shouldn't be here all by yourself anyway. It's not right.
that record weeps, and the chandelier just a moan.
I don't have it. I just realized I don't have it too when I tried to pick up dog meat at the same time, and I had to send Preston. Like I was telling everybody at the beginning of a stream, I whittled my mod list down from like 500 or 600 mods to 50. I just wanted a really focused run, less bullshit, no script lag when I'm doing building with Sim Settlements 2. You know, the whole 9 yards. And there may have been some casualties in that whittling maneuver. I'm just saying. Hey, Carla,
Yeah,
how you doing? How you doing?
Carla.
need to pick something up? Road's pretty long from here.
I mean, maybe. Let's see what you got.
Sure. Let's take a look.
Always happy to make a sale.
Yeah, I've adopted the less is more mentality because what happened was last year I tried 3 different times to do a playthrough of Sim Settlements 2, and all I ever got was just past the beginning of Chapter 3, and something would go terribly wrong with my home base there at Gunner Plaza. The game would start to fall apart. Things wouldn't work. I'd have to use more and more stupid console commands to set quest stage or set stage. It was a frustrating experience, and I think it was because I had Pack Attack, you know, SKK, love him, and the Pack Attack mod is fun as hell, but I had a bunch of stuff that was pretty script heavy, and I was also running, you know, most of the Thuggyverse at the same time, you know, and it was just, I've come to recognize that what I need is, if I'm going to do Sim Settlements 2, I want to do a Sim Settlements 2 playthrough. I want to do a character that's got charisma, that has a reason to want to build settlements. I'm not going to do a Enclave run in Sim Settlements 2, although I think it's a perfectly killer idea, and if somebody wants to combine, you know, America Rising 2 or whatever with Sim Settlements 2, by all means, I mean, go for it. But for me, taking it down to a fraction of what I was running before, gives it more focus, and makes everything run so much better on my computer. I don't have so much issue, you know. So. You tried it with Horizon? How was that? How was Horizon with that? I tried Horizon once, like, God, Raven, it's got to be 7 or 8 years ago. Well, yeah, because it's got a different loot table for every weapon, and, you know, because everything is that much rarer, and ammunition, and Horizon's badass, but it's not equivalent to survival. And that's what I always tell people. They're like, oh, you know, play survival, play Horizon. It's like, well, I like survival. I like the mechanics. I like the, you know, damage modifiers, you know, plus 200 or 175 for enemies in, and, you know, me at 0.50 out. You know, I like the no save. I like the no fast travel. I like using vertibird grenades up to a certain point where, you know, I either decide to go with them or not. But at that point, you know, I usually have institute teleports for a while until I decide which way I'm going to go with that. So I like the limitations that survival brings, and Horizon brings a whole bunch of different ones that I've never found a way to make work in a way that feels fun and satisfying to me, unfortunately. So, and it's just my ignorance on Horizon. I don't know enough about it to really be able to put it in a load order, and I'm not going to run it all by itself. You know, because there are certain things I can't live without. I'm not going to run without Heather Casdin, you know. Guess I might as well buy something for her since I've been holding her here so long. I'll buy more of that. I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all we need right now, but we'll give you a little cash for the road.
You know, usual.
I like how Heather knows Carla from way back.
Little Sleepy came knocking again with his velvet coat and his ink black grin. He don't say much, just
Sturgis.
Some work.
drags my
What kind of help you need?
What kind of help do you need?
Well, for starters, we could use some real beds. We've been sleeping on the
Me too,
ground
Rad.
for too long.
That's the best part. For me. And obviously you. But I have friends that won't play without fast travel. And that's cool too. Why do you need my help to build beds?
Why do you need my help to build beds?
Look, we got a lot on our plate, and we've been on the run for weeks. We need food, water, shelter, you name it. Well, you asked how you could help. I told you. Did you mean it or not?
All right, man, all right. Fair enough, fair enough.
I'd be glad to help.
Okay, good deal. Just make sure we can sleep with a roof over our heads. Some of these old houses still look solid enough to do the trick. There's a workbench over there.
Heather in the background, oh my god.
Holler if you need anything.
She's like, geez, these guys are helpless. What would they do without you? It's a legit question, Heather. But, you know, you could argue that they've been traumatized and they've been through a lot of shit. They're just finally safe and they're kind of falling apart right now. I'd prefer, personally, myself, to fall apart after I had beds and a well dug, but that's me. You know, everybody's different. Man, I love me some saxophone.
Hey, Mom. How are you getting along?
Just fine.
Yeah, we're gonna need that, I think, because we're gonna do more like this,
Oh, yeah? You spent a little time on the run with
so that we can do more like that, so we can fit more houses on one blank spot and not spread everybody out like some kind of weird big city living town. I want that. I live in one of those. We want these people to live nice and close and, you know their neighbors. Alright, we'll leave that one. We'll get rid of the tree. That makes sense to me. Okay. So there's 3. Since I have not yet unlocked the smaller plots, I guess in theory I could put one like... Definitely put one over here. I don't really need to yet. I don't believe in leaving a shrine to my lost child. That just seems counterproductive and redundant. To go out and find who took my lost child and get him back. But, whatever the case, he's not going to need that crib anymore. So we can clear that out. Put one of these doodads in here. So there's 4 beds. Oh yeah. What do you think, Preston? This place coming along? Oh my god, I got nothing. I got nothing, guys. I'm gonna have to chop down some trees and stuff. You know, they could have taken some of their frustrations and their anxiety out on these trees. It would have been fine with me. And we would have had building materials for their beds, but... You know, that's judgmental. That's nitpicking. I don't want to be a nitpicker. I'm going to pretend that they have the best possible motives and that they're trying absolutely as hard as they can. Because I didn't install Who's the General for nothing, and Preston is already acting like a badass. Now that he doesn't have to carry the weight on his shoulders of the lame-ass, radiant settlement system. Why should I put that damage on these poor bastards? Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. I'm gonna pretend they're doing their best. I'm gonna put a ladder there for them and everything. So that should be 5 beds. Of course, not yet, but it should be. Old money makes great mattresses? Yeah, for sure. Not like it's useful for much anything else, right? Hey, I didn't take science for nothing, right, guys? I'd be a fool not to construct the beginnings of some kind of water empire down here. Although selling jet to Wolfgang is a much better hustle than water in Fallout 4. I don't know why, like, content creators haven't figured that one out yet. It's like over and above, being a drug dealer is by far better than being a water merchant. Not sure if that's true in Dune, but in Fallout 4 it sure the hell is. Alright, we got enough for 1 industrial pump. That will give us 40 water if we can manage to plug it in. We can't! We can't plug it in! Damn you, Communist Jim. I need ceramic. Ceramic comes in the form of coffee cups. Need wood too. Let's not kid ourselves. But I don't want to pick everything up. I want to leave it as... We'll get rid of the fire hazards. We'll meet them in the middle. Yeah, Dolores, you're off by 16. Can I get ceramic here? Is the bathtub ceramic? Bathtub, building materials, organic machine parts. Ceramic. Hey, baby. Hi, baby. Toilet bowls are ceramic too, aren't they? By Jove, I think we've done it. There's another toilet bowl right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Freaking Dolores, man. Off by 16.
She claps on the 1, then skips the 2. Then adds an extra clap in the middle of the queue. She claps when solos clap through tears.
Alright, so we got 40 water. That'll be good. That'll be good.
Stop clapping, Dolores.
And eventually he's also going to want defense, right? Since I'm not worried about settlers here taking Sim Settlements 2 jobs necessarily at this point, I'm going to give them... See, because here's the thing, you guys. It's easy to hate and resent Marcy Long for being such a bitch. And she is kind of a bitch. But you know what's better? Giving her a job that suits her personality. So she's my guard. Perfect.
At least it's not raining.
Right? Hey, Preston.
Need something?
No, I'm gonna leave you here for now. We'll worry about leveling you up in a little bit. I had an idea, but I've superimposed a different idea on top of that idea. Now I have a different idea. How you doing?
I feel like I want to chit-chat.
Probably not, since you're starting your first ship up here on the guard tower, but I just wanted to say good luck. We're all counting on you. Only 3 beds. Did you make your bedroom yet, June? What about you, Preston? Are you assigned to a house? Because I don't like this whole not upgrading the bed portion of this adventure. You know, here's the thing, though. I feel like we got him off to a good start, and I don't need to sit here and babysit him all night long. That would be just terribly dull and defeating the entire purpose of running Sim Settlements 2 in the first place. So I'm not going to do it. They got 3 houses under construction. Clearly progress is being made. If Sturgis isn't happy with that, can't do anything about that, and I feel bad for him, but I'm not going to let it ruin my night. Like, I even put up a little extra food. Just the kind of guy I am. You know what I mean? So me and Heather and the dog are going to take off. We're going to do the next best thing. And I'm guessing that's going to be probably going after Nick. But who knows, we'll probably get sidetracked on our way down there. You only have 1 death so far, Thorgan. I actually feel like I'm letting myself down. I'm not living up to my potential. That's what they used to say when I was like in the 3rd grade. Bubbles is a good kid, but he's not really living up to his potential. Nope. Nope, nope. Nope. He's lazy. He's a daydreamer. He's always drawing, humming to himself. I love an afternoon nap, guys, not gonna lie. Gotta have one. When I can get away with it, I try to get away with it. Eat one of those. Have one of those. Just 1 mutant pork chop not gonna be enough for us? We'll have a steak too. We are now properly fed. What do you know? What do you know? Okay. And yet somehow, some way, I still have not heard from Jake. Yeah, well, I'm going to be using laser weapons, so... But I definitely went probably a lot harder than I needed to. I slashed and burned. But, you know, I tried to put the thing back together again from memory and what I had downloaded on my D drive to kind of feel my way around, because I had blown away the mod organizer and the profile and everything from last August or whatever it was the last time I did it.
You certain about the church?
Sure, why not? I mean, it's not like anyone else is using it.
Oh, may the Lord bless you for your kindness.
Okay.
Okay then. Well, just let me know if you need anything. Thanks again for helping with the crate.
Not at all, my child. But are you certain about the church?
Oh, I'm not gonna lie.
Sure, why not? I mean, it's not like anyone
Face
else.
taking the mech with the Doom Shoddy was super fun.
Bless you for your kindness.
And I felt like a badass.
Okay then.
And I was like,
Well,
man,
just
I feel like a
let me know if you
badass
need
right
anything.
now. And then I watched your stream where you had like Xenos on it,
Thanks again
and
for
I
helping
went,
with the crate.
Not at
"Aw,
all, my child. But
aw,
are you certain about the church?
Sure.
I want
why not?
pets."
I mean, it's not like anyone else is using it.
Oh, may the Lord bless you for your kindness.
Okay, all right.
Hi. Howdy, Slick. Good to see you again.
You know what? How you doing?
How are you doing?
Gotta say, I'm doing pretty good. As you can see by the crate, I managed to get the comm hub back. Although it wasn't easy, let me tell you.
Yeah, yeah.
I've got the hub inside if you'd like to see it.
Sure, sure, sure. I'll take a look. Why not?
I'll take a look, sure.
All right, follow me.
I am a man of my time. Play me on, Ronaldo Moon.
There it is. Ain't she a beaut? Although sadly not ready for service just yet. In fact, I couldn't even turn it on. But I have been able to give the old gal a good going over. Got a rough understanding of the hardware.
You've got my attention.
Well, judging by the
Not really.
details, this thing mostly appears to be a giant processor.
I was trying to come up with some dance
My guess
moves.
is that it operates as a kind of ASAM switchboard.
Little
Connecting
samba.
and communicating with the sensors. Which makes sense, really.
Two
I mean,
steps to the left,
it is called the
pirouette.
comm hub. Now, if we could get sensors connected and communicating, that really would open up our options.
Well, there's a good reason
Let
Edmund
us do
creeps
some
you
cool
out.
things.
He's a creep.
What do you mean by that?
Well, for example, remote management, mass software updates, division
And
of
not because he's a
labor,
man of the cloth.
and the obvious one.
Book was a man of the cloth, and Firefly, and he
Even
was a
the last
badass, and I
one
love
outside
Book,
like
so
that. Trust me,
Edmund's just a
better
creep.
Communications is something we want. So I think it's in our best
A well-written
interest to get
creep.
this comm hub running.
But a creep.
Really begin to rebuild the Commonwealth.
Well, you know what? Give me the details. Let's do this thing.
Give me the details.
You gotta understand, things aren't like what they were in your time. In the Commonwealth these days, reliable intercommunication really doesn't exist. It's held a lot of things back, including settlements. The better the communication we can get within and between our settlements, the better it will be for everyone.
Well, hell, I'm on board. How do we start?
I'm on board. When do we start?
In order to get things going, first, we need to turn this thing on. And for that, we're gonna need some serious power. And I'm afraid my little generator just ain't gonna cut it. However, as luck would have it, just a couple of feet below us is all the power we could need.
Go on.
Go on.
Concord has a municipal plutonium well. Probably used to power every building in town. To get some real power flowing again, all you need to do is turn it on. That is, if you wouldn't mind helping out.
You know what? I can do that.
I'm on it. It's as good as done.
I knew you'd help. You'll have to discover a way into the old service tunnels running under Concord.
Oh,
Once you're
I
down
think
there,
we can figure
find
that
something
one
looks
out.
like a big old generator. Do what you need to start it up, then head on back.
Look, guys. I've, graduated in levels and can pick another skill. What did I say we were going to do? Oh, yeah, that's right. We're definitely putting some points into strength for a little bit, because I am too much of a loot hound to not put points in strength. Heather, dog meat. You guys want to go explore a sewer and pretend we're playing Dungeons and Dragons? Come on. God, now that you said something about the left-handed bolt rat, I'm not going to be able to unsee it. I'm going to have to switch back to the old, Did I give it to Heather?
Hey.
Yes?
Do you have my laser musket? I need something other than this, oh, did I have you sell it? Oh, goodness gracious. I guess I'm stuck with it for now. Alright.
Da, 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 da. God, dog. We're going down here. Come on, boy. Let's go in the sewer. Lots of fun things to smell down in the sewer. Especially after 210 years. Well, let me, since I got you here, and I'll say this, and then we'll timestamp this in our brains, my friend. So right now we're at 146.02, so about 145. If for some reason you get called away, go look for this again. But I want to give you my version of the rundown for this. Feel free to do all the research you want on it. I don't, have anything against that. Ewok, what is happening, my friend? Good to see you. Much love to the most innocent of all chickens. Hail and well met in the Commonwealth. Survival, Dorgan. So you got a damage modifier for enemies. I think it's 1.75. Inbound damage 175. You got an outbound damage modifier of like half. 0.5. And my numbers might be off, but this is survival. You can't fast travel. You save by using a bed. You can pick up diseases. If you lay on the floor in a sleeping bag, you can only get 2 or 3 hours of sleep. On a mattress, it's like 5. Sim settlement beds may be exempt from this because they're part of a design, an aesthetic of some kind, so they might give you the benefit of a bed even though they look like a mattress on the ground. But that's irrelevant. And then a real bed give you 8 hours. Diseases are a thing, I just said that. You gotta get antibiotics and craft disease cures for yourself. The Sim Settlement's 2 disease cures are nowadays mostly for show unless you're playing on the very hardest difficulty. So you can give them to your settlers to stop them from shaking, but they won't actually kill your diseases or get rid of your diseases. Diseases are pretty freaking debilitating in Fallout 4, my friends, so keep that in mind. Also, radiation, huge pain in the ass, but there are ways around that. There are drinks, there's food, and there's radiation arches that you can build if you have a science of 1, and that requires 6 in intelligence, so plan accordingly. But other than that, that's your game. You know a survival loop. And if you keep that stuff in mind and you play around that, there are ways to get grenades that will call transportation to you and then bring you across the map in real time. I'm not going to give away exactly how that works because I want you to experience it for yourself. And I love that. And then there's another way of fast traveling, at least back towards the center of the map, pretty much at will, even if you have to venture outwards on foot. And, it is what it is. We've got mods that allow the Minutemen to eventually get some of those abilities for themselves if you choose to side with them, so you don't lose anything if you don't side with the other options. There's ways around everything, but it's personally my preferred way to play the game, and I really don't like playing it any other way if I can avoid it. I don't remember what it's called, Raven, but that radiation arch is a lifesaver in survival. You really should. And it only takes a Science 1 to build it, so... Put one at the drive-in movie theater or at Sanctuary, one of the two. And if I get more than 30% or so rads, I go fix it. Sleep in a bed while I'm there, make a save, and I'm good to go. Oh, you bastard. Oh, I seriously missed. So I have it on good authority. I don't want to give anything away, but Ronaldo Moon's amazing ratings, as well as some other stuff coming up soon when he does his first update for it. It may be a month. Raider, left arm. I love that it's a thematic. Take minus 15% damage. Take minus 15% damage from mirelurks and bugs. You know what's terrific about that too? I'm in a freaking... Hey, Calvin. Good to see you, bud. Great pop, the sweetest of the pops, and clove. This took some...
There's a laser musket. Alright, good. I'm gonna have to mod that laser musket when we get somewhere. Then I can start using it so I don't have to look at this left-handed on a right-handed shooter's weapon. Not wrapped for sure. Ow! They kill the rad roaches, man. Well, I guess to get you out of the water. Get him, dog.
You're still polite. She says he's glowing. I said, ain't that grand? There's not many fellas with a built-in lamp. I ain't looking for normal. I like it strange. I'm sweet on a fella, a little deranged. He's bright and he's warm and he makes me sigh.
My internet is tweaking out. I'm getting buffering? Is that what you guys are saying? Huh. When? So I'm gonna rewatch it and then I'll figure it out. Maybe what I need to do is restart my router and modem. I know the other day we had some issues. I thought it was fixed, but maybe I didn't look into it as well as I should. But in the meantime, have a beautiful Wednesday night, folks, and I'll